transitioning to another press conference that happened, it was Donovan Mitchell's.
This really killed me that we're talking about this.
Now,
really
the Cavaliers.
There's only one reason why.
The Cavaliers introduced Donovan Mitchell to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They were very ecstatic. Danny Ainge also had a press conference to talk about the trade as well. And for me, Danny Ainge said that the team did not believe in each other, and the decision was unanimous to rebuild. Donovan Mitchell heard those comments, and with an interview with Brian Windhorst, said that the team did believe in each other, and he was surprised and shocked that Royce O'Neal was traded because after the season had ended, Mitchell had spoken to the front office and said that he wanted to run it back. Now, I think what he said there was a bold-faced lie, and if he does believe in it, it's delusional, because I think anybody who watched the team knew that it was time to rebuild, and I think Danny Ainge and everybody in the Utah Jazz front office, they knew that.
I don't know if it was time to rebuild. Get wing defenders. Maybe your problem was solved. But hey, what do I know?
Listening to Donovan Mitchell talk in a press conference.
Here we go.
This is the only reason why this is a topic on the show.
For one,
the only reason.
He said he was very close to being a New York Knick.
That's it.
He was.
It's like the one reason.
RJ Barrett was also interviewed, and he said he thought he was going to be a Jazz. I fucking hate Danny Ainge. Now, that's one, because he
You would have traded RJ? Jesus,
make up your mind.
Come on,
you're
bro.
killing me.
How you gonna say I hate him and just say I don't know if I'd trade RJ?
I'd want Donovan Mitchell, but nonetheless, he's not a New York Knick.
Yeah.
Listening to this press conference, I think this trade is gonna do wonders for Donovan Mitchell's reputation. You want to know why? Because the way people talk about Donovan Mitchell, you would think that he's not one of the best players in the world. Mitchell is still one of the best players in the world, but all I hear about him on Twitter, TikTok, any social media, he's a defensive liability. He's a bad playmaker. He's a shot chucker. He's all these different things. People overlook the fact that he can single-handedly carry an offense. He's an offensive superstar. He's an offensive engine. He is 7th all time in terms of playoff points per game. He has single-handedly won playoff series. That's who Donovan Mitchell is. Now, he's also a plus playmaker, and in Cleveland, I can guarantee the defensive tenacity is gonna be there.
And how
with
can you
his
guarantee
7-foot wingspan, lengthy arms, he's getting after those balls. He's gonna get after.
But how can you guarantee
the way
that?
you said that was crazy.
So how can you guarantee it?
Because JB Bickerstaff preaches defense. And they have Mobley and Jared Allen in the back.
And they have 6'1" and 6'1" in their backcourt.
So that's going to help Donovan Mitchell as a defender.
It's going to be rough.
Now listen.
Guards are going to feast.
The Cavs have the core to compete for a championship. Will it be this season? No. Will it be next season? Possibly, probably not. But this is a team that in the next 2 to 3 years will be the best team in the Eastern Conference. And I'm kind of glad Mitchell didn't end up with the Knicks for his sake. You want to know why? Because with the Knicks, it would have been playing, not meeting expectations, especially with us.
Say you guys were playoff locks. He did.
If we had RJ still, but I'm under the assumption we trade RJ.
Okay.
Finds a way out every time. That's
with
fair.
the Cavs,
that is fair. You're fine. You made
with the Cavs, he's gonna make the playoffs. He's never missed the playoffs in his career. He's gonna make the playoffs, and they're gonna be a championship caliber team. And Kobe Altman has even said, this is not a championship or bust situation. We are trying to grow together. Donovan Mitchell works out with Darius Garland in the offseason, and Mitchell has said, yo, this guy, he makes me better when we work out because he is possibly a better shooter than me. He makes me go harder. So now with them being on the same team, this is going to be fun to watch. And I can't wait until we're at this table later in the year and we're saying, man, Donovan Mitchell might be the best shooting guard in the league because he's that damn good. We are going to be giving away NBA 2K23 Legendary Editions to a couple of you guys, and all you have to do is sign up for Boom Fantasy, deposit $10, which is you're putting in $10 to get a $150 game. On top of that, you play Boom, you can double your money with your deposit. So you can make money
40 times with long shots?
Yeah. So if you want to join in the giveaway, then sign up for Boom. The link is in our bio.
But ensure that you guys make that $10 deposit. That's the only way that you gain entrance into this raffle.
And based on who wins, you guys tell us what version you want, the Legendary one, Dreamers Edition, which console, or you want it for PC. It's up to you. But I think that's a great deal.
Maybe we'll go on live on TikTok for the first time.
And NBA 2K23, I heard it's great. I heard it's looking great.
Riv, confirm, deny?
Fire.
That's tough.
Just make sure you use our link, because if you don't use our link, we don't know that's where you're coming from. We don't know you're coming from. Pick a side.
Link in the description.
Link description or the bio. Description.
He's not better than Devin Booker. Is he better than Jaylen Brown?
Yes, he is better than Jaylen Brown.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Why do we always talk about Jaylen Brown? Yes, he's obviously better than Jaylen Brown.
We're not acknowledging Jaylen Brown. But
the two-way ability, stop it.
I feel like we had a segment early in the year, and I was trying to push Donovan Mitchell as the best two-guard in the league agendas.
No, this was maybe over a year ago.
I feel like this was like 5 months, 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah, no.
Probably like in January, in February. But I've been preaching to you about Donovan for a long time, brother, man. Long time. I have. You just joined in the wave now, and I welcome you to the wave because this is a great wave.
You fell off.
Fell off what?
You slightly fell off on Donovan. You were allowing the noise to get to you.
I can't listen. As much as I love him, look how he played. I had to sit there.
That's
like
facts.
when PG got the three, I didn't say a word. I just sat there, and I'm like, what the fuck can I say? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But to talk about this team, Darius Garland.
You're salivating?
I mean, look at the team. Rubio, LeVert off the bench.
Defense?
All
right.
Yeah, I don't know why that was the first.
He said off the bench because
Kevin
LeVert
Love. What do you mean? Rubio has made guards all-stars.
He went to Mobley. Why'd you say
Ricky Rubio went to the Suns. Devin Booker was an all-star. He went to the Jazz. Mitchell was an all-star. He went to the Cavs. Garland was an all-star. Rubio has the all-star guard effect.
This is what you're doing.
It don't matter who he's playing with. They're going to become an all-star.
Let's talk about something real.
Isaac Okoro's next.
Because the real concern.
Don't do that. Don't start. No, that's what we're not gonna do.
Isaac Okoro is so mid. He's mid. The definition.
Hey,
of
listen,
it.
I'm on the agenda. So,
Karis LeVert's next.
nah.
This is what I want to ask because we know your opinion. You think the Cavaliers are going to be a
They're
very
going
good
to the
team.
Eastern Conference
I
Finals.
saw you tweeting very harsh things about them and the Raptors. I'm going to let it slide.
I'm going to say that. Well, I'm going to say this: if the Celtics and the Bucks find a way to see each other again in round 2, the Cavs are walking to the ECF, undoubtedly in my mind. I think.
Beat the Sixers.
Yeah, I think they can beat the
Harden?
Sixers. I don't give a hell who he is.
Nets.
They can beat the Nets. I think
Allen and Mobley are stopping.
I think
Embiid.
going to Mitchell.
They can.
Low key, but I don't think so.
The notion that Mitchell can't play defense is stupid. He didn't his last couple years. I give you that. But the notion that he can't play defense is just dumb.
Why is it stupid?
Because he was a plus defender before the offensive output had to keep going up, especially in the playoffs. He was a solid defender his first couple years in the NBA. He was a good defender. He was a plus defender. He has the wingspan. He has athleticism. He can play defense. Can he guard elite players? No. Who really? Not even the best defenders can. Can he guard great offensive players? Probably not. But he won't. He's not a liability
So
as much.
he can only defend good ball
Well,
players.
liability is somebody who can get picked on by damn near everybody. I don't think that's Donovan Mitchell. I think, and especially with JB Bickerstaff, and when you have two twin towers behind you, like he doesn't have just, before it was just Rudy Gobert. Now he has Mobley and Jared Allen. So it's like when you have that type of backline defense, it makes you look a lot better. Garland wasn't as bad on defense as he was this year because he had that backline defense. Okoro was able to take gambles because he had that backline defense. They were able to play Ricky Rubio and Garland when Rubio didn't get hurt because of that backline defense. So I think in that system with those type of players, that's just going to help him get better on defense, of course. And then on the offensive end, when you have those type of scores, Darius Garland, who doesn't need the ball, Donovan Mitchell, who's a great catch and shoot shooter, you have those type of players.
Does Garland not need the ball?
Garland doesn't really need the ball to be effective. Like he can play off the ball. That's the beauty of Darius Garland's game. But of course,
we've seen him
you want
drive
him
the most.
Yeah, you want
with the
him
ball in
with
his
the ball.
hand.
But
It's only been 3 years, bro.
But his best year was with the ball.
But in order to
in
be
his hand.
successful, now you have to bring in another guy, and
I
you
agree.
have to learn
and
how
listen,
to play with
we
him.
gave
And
De'Aaron Fox a lot of slack because he wasn't able to do so.
Well, De'Aaron Fox isn't the playmaker Garland is.
Exactly
Garland
my
is not.
point.
Fox
No.
is not Garland.
Exactly.
And he's not the shooter Garland is.
Absolutely.
So the spacing looks a lot different. So I think this team, like you said, has a lot of potential. Like, for Kobe, that's a good statement to say. This shouldn't be championship or bust. I think these guys are on like 3-4 year contracts together. So I think they'll be together for a long time. Mobley's in year 2. Jared Allen can still get better. Garland has only sniffed the surface of his potential. He hasn't even got there yet. So I think when you have this type of group together, yes, it's no championship or bust. You didn't even make the playoffs last year. That's your first get. You have to get to the playoffs. But I think the growth is important. The patience is important because for a team like this, you have to slowly build this up. JB Bickerstaff is also not a rookie coach, but he's still a young coach with this core. So I think it's
still a solid.
This team coach. Has potential. This team has a lot of potential. This is one of the best young teams in the NBA already, and I think they can make a lot of noise in the East. They would have made noise last year if their bigs didn't get hurt, but they did, and it happens. It's part of the NBA. I still do think they need to get a little bit more depth, but I think Rubio, LeVert, Love off the bench is nice. I think you got the starting five pretty much secured. And I think they can definitely make a run. Like I said, if by some miracle, like we said last year, the Heat didn't have to see the Bucks or Boston in round 2. If by some miracle the seeding works out, Cleveland doesn't have to see those teams, I'm not saying they're going to automatically beat Philly, but I think that's a real chance that like we could look at it like, yo, we can make an ECF push. We can beat Philly. We can beat Miami. We can beat whoever else if it's not the Bucks or Boston in round 2. So I think this team is special. I think it's amazing, and I will be watching every single game.
No, rightfully so. They're definitely going to be.
They cleared Toronto because I know you asked me. They cleared Toronto.
Whatever you say.
They cleared
whatever
Toronto.
You say.
Like I don't think it's close.
That's fine. My one worry with them is that there's no middle ground with them. 100%. You look at that backcourt. Offensively, they're fantastic. Defensively, I have my worries until I see it. On the frontcourt side, of course, you have the Twin Towers as you already established, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. But where's the wing defenders? We had that. Isaac Okoro the only guy that
you mean like there's more? You need more? Because please, he's an elite wing defender.
He's not elite.
He's an elite wing defender.
No, he's not.
Okay, semantics. He's a great wing defender.
I don't even know if I'd go that far. He can't shoot.
That doesn't mean that has nothing to do with defense.
And his defense. So really,
he's a great.
Why
wing
is he
defender.
playable?
Because he's a great. What do you mean? They wouldn't play him if he wasn't a great defender.
He's a Swiss Army knife player.
And he can cut. He's a good finisher.
He's a decent finisher. I'll give you that.
That's literally it. And he can't really
all
dribble.
around. He has a well-rounded game. He just doesn't thrive in any specific area.
How is he really well-rounded? He's not a great shooter, not a great scorer. His defense is solid. I'll give him solid. That's really as far as I'll go. What does he really do for you on the offensive side of the ball? Doesn't really pass the ball.
Great cutter.
No, he's a plus passer. He's not like a great playmaker, but he can pass the ball.
My one concern is the wing because we established the bench. Rubio, LeVert,
Love.
and Love. Where's the wings? I'm failing to see them. That's my one concern. Other than that, offensively, yes, they're going to be great. Defensively, down low, no doubt. But outside of that, on the 3-point line, that's my concern. Because let's say a really talented small ball team goes against them, and now you have to stretch Mobley out there, which, I think Mobley has the ability to do so. But now you're asking him to do it basically all game, and we've seen teams
in the East, who's an elite,
able to do that.
In the East, who's really going to be able to stretch them out in a small ball lineup? Even Boston doesn't really do it. Like they play two bigs. The Bucks play two bigs. Philly, they don't play too big.
But Philly, exactly. Philly's one of those teams that can. The Nets are one of those teams that can.
Philly can, but it will still beat Embiid at the 5, and Evan Mobley can guard PJ Tucker. But that's what I'm saying. He can go out there and guard a big. Like the Nets will probably be the only team where you can say they'll probably go small, but then down low.
Because you said walking to the ECF, like brushing over the Nets, not even a question.
I'll be playing sometimes. I'm sorry. They can beat the Nets, so I'm not.
It'd be a good series.
The Nets have more question marks than the Cavs. Fact.
Definitely. They
have way more question marks than the Cavs. I know we love to say, they have Katie and Kyrie. They'll be great. But
you know what? That is actually a really solid take. That's a really solid. It's true.
They still don't have a center. We still don't know what the defense is going to look like. They still have Steve fucking Nash. Katie and Kyrie's health. Like, that's 4 question marks. Ben Simmons, what is he going to look like? Royce O'Neal is cooked bacon.
We got Joe Harris coming off season that.
What is he? He's not good in the playoffs.
So what? Okoro's not a bad shooter.
What does he shoot, like 35?
He shoots 35%.
That's how many attempts, though?
2.7.
In the left, I don't even know.
In the left corner, he shoots 35%. Right corner, he shoots 36%. And on layups, he shoots 63%.
No, he's a really good finisher. He is a really good finisher. But
like he's not an ass player, bro.
I'm not saying
he's mid.
He's mid.
Yeah,
the way you talk about him is like he's just.
I said mid.
He's a whatever player.